encourage the children. But you know what? We all are stars in our own way. We all are stars. But we just want to take the moment today to highlight some stars that back in the we have created some things that we wanted to have you on your feet, have you excited throughout the whole show. So just sit back, relax, encourage, and have fun.
Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no doom.
This morning, I'll be reading to you about Sarah Rector. Sarah Rector was an American oil magnate since childhood. Under the Treaty of 1866, due to birthright as a black grandchild of Creek Indians who were born before the American Civil War, she inherited land. This land will later be the reason why they called her the richest colored girl in the world. Sarah Rector was born in 1902 near the all-black town of Taft, which was located in the Indian Territory. She had 5 siblings. Her parents were Rose and Joseph Rector. They were the black grandchildren of Creek Indians and were descendants of the Muskogee Creek Nation after the Treaty of 1866. They were listed as freedmen or freedwomen, by which they were entitled to land allotments under the Treaty of 1866 made by the United States with 5 civilized tribes. Sarah Rector was allotted 159.14 acres of land. This was a mandatory step in the process of integration of the Indian Territory with Oklahoma Territory to form what we now know as the state of Oklahoma. The land allotted to Sarah was located in Glenpool, about 60 miles from where she and her family lived. Its infertile soil was considered unsuitable for farming, with better land being reserved for white settlers and members of the tribe. The family lived a simple life, but not in poverty. However, the high annual property tax on her land was such a burden that her father petitioned the Muskogee County Court to sell the land. His petition was denied because of certain restrictions placed on this land, so he was required to keep paying the house taxes. To help cover this expense, in February 1911, her father leased Sarah's land to the Standard Oil Company. In 1913, the Independent Oil Driller Company struck oil and it produced a daily yield of 2,500 barrels of oil, and back in her day, she was paid $300 a day, which is equivalent to $9,800 in our time. Imagine that. Now, of course, back then, the law at the time required full-blooded Indians, black adults, and children who were citizens of Indian Territory with a significant amount of property and money they had to be assigned who called well-respected white guardians to help them manage their money. Now, of course, when folks hear her having all this money, she started getting requests for loans, money gifts, marriage proposals. She was only 11. She was even made to be called an honorary white, allowing her the benefits of elevated social standing, such as riding in a first-class car on the train. But when Booker T. Washington found out about all of this and how they were really treating her, he had to write about it. He wrote to her white financial guardian and said, "Is it not possible to have her cared for in a decent manner and by people of her own race, instead of by a member of a race who would deny her and her kind the treatment no better than a good yard dog?" Mr. Washington was prompted to help her. He enrolled her in the Children's Institute, in the Children's Boarding School at the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, which was headed by Washington himself. After graduating, she attended the Institute. Sarah was already a millionaire by the time she had turned 18 in 1920. She owned stocks, bonds, a boarding house, businesses, and 2,000-acre piece of prime river bottom land. At that time, she left Tuskegee, and with her entire family, they moved to Kansas City, Missouri. She purchased a house on 12th Street. She married and had 3 children. Rector enjoyed her wealth with a comfortable life and a taste for fine clothing and cars. She hosted lavish parties and entertained several celebrities. She lost most of her wealth during the Great Depression, as many people did during that time, and had to sell the house. It became known as the Rector House. It was later purchased in the 2010s by the United Inter-City Services. Thank you.
Who invented the potato chip? Whether if it was by mistake or by pure culinary skill, George Crumb has been named to be the inventor of the potato chip. There are a lot of different narratives of who George Crumb was, where he came from, and if he was the true inventor of the potato chip. But history can't deny the facts of his background, and it speaks for itself despite how others tried to take credit for themselves. He also was known as George Speck. He was born in 1824 in Saratoga Springs, New York. He was the son of a black African American and Native American mother. He was hired as a chef at Moon's Lake House, a high-end restaurant that catered to wealthy Manhattan families. He sliced and ordered of French fries extra thin and added extra salt to an order of a demanding customer. He did this out of spite because the customer was being very demanding and complaining that the potatoes were too thick. Surprisingly, the customer loved it along with the other patrons in the restaurant. Soon after this encounter, Crumb and the Moon Lake House became well known for their Saratoga chips.
Hello, I'm here to talk about the Black Cowboy. Regardless of what Hollywood and mainstream culture shows us, Black cowboys were not a rare spectacle on the range, and the profession was an opportunity to experience freedom and survive racism. Many Black cowboys were formerly enslaved or the children of enslaved parents. They worked on ranches in Texas as early as the 1800s. They faced less discrimination on the open range than in the city. Many of them were able to turn working with horses into careers after they were free. In American history, white cowboys were originally called cowhands, while black cowhands were called cowboys. This racist derogatory term, boy, was often used against black, Mexican, and Indian men to shame and demean their social standing. Throughout the 1800s, black cowboys obtained their expertise through performing tasks that employers or slave owners wouldn't or didn't have the skill sets to do. Things such as taming wild horses, rounding up herds of livestock, and traveling through rough terrain. Black cowboys, though they were almost entirely excluded from the mythology of American cowboy, it is estimated that black men accounted for nearly a quarter of all cattle workers in the American West during the later half of the 19th century. In the early 1900s, the black cowboys on the range declined as railroads made cattle drives obsolete. In the popular retellings of how Americans conquered the Wild West, the role of black cowboys, much like the role of African American people in general, was greatly diminished. This is an oversight that modern historians, filmmakers, novelists, and black heritage groups have sought out to correct or make right. Black cowboys still exist all across the country today, and their work helped shape this country. Their story also reminds us of an important truth. We should always be the ones to tell our stories because we cannot trust others to speak for us.
Soon it will be done with the troubles of this world, Lord, the troubles of this world, the troubles of this world. Soon you will be done with the troubles of this world. I'm going home to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want
with the troubles of this whole world, Lord, the troubles of this world, the troubles of this world. Soon it will be done with the troubles of this world. I'm going home to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I'm going home to live with God. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. I'm going home to live with God. Soon it will be done with the troubles of this old world, Lord, the troubles of this world, the troubles of this old world. Soon it will be done with the troubles of this world. I'm going home to live with God.
Garrett Morgan, an inventor and mechanical genius, is well known, is deserving of being recognized today. He created devices that are still used in the military today. He also created the traffic signal. After witnessing a crash between an automobile and a horse carriage, he decided to create the traffic signal. The signs go, stop, in all direction, which is now called the yellow light.
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. Glory. to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against. Yes, glory is destined. Every day, women and men become blessings. Sins that go against our skin become legends. The moment is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is just opposition to us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is the living in us. True living in us, resisting in us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When we go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, but then we stand up. Shots, we on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointing to the mountaintop, and we ran up. One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we'll be sure. Now the war is not over, victory isn't won, but we fight on to the finish, and then when it's all done, we cry glory, oh glory, oh cry glory, oh glory, we cry glory, oh glory, oh glory. Beach house vibes maneuver the jet ski. Cause I serve a God that parted the Red Sea. Multi-million dollars commercial for Pepsi. From food stamps to more ice to Gretzky. I don't gotta talk, the Lord defends me. I watch them all fall for going against me. Cause me and all my angels shot the devil up. While you was trying to pull me down, I leveled up. Leveled up twice, then leveled up 3 times. He tapped on him and told him that he's mine. So even when I cried, I knew I'd be fine. Preparing for a miracle blessing in these times. Now raise them, praise them, name it, claim it. Every tongue that wised up against me, shaming. I bring success in and out my lungs. Got the power, life or death coming out my tongue. Oh, one day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. Now the war isn't over, victory isn't won, but we'll fight on to the finish. And when it's all done, we cry glory, oh glory, oh glory. We'll cry glory, oh glory, oh glory. Oh, one day, one day, glory.
the 6888. The 6888, also known as the 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion. This was an all-black female unit of the Women's Army Corps during World War II. They were tasked with sorting and delivering a massive backlog of mail in American troops stationed in Europe. This included letters, photos, and packages, which had accumulated due to the war's demands. This battalion was made up of entirely Black American women with remarkable speed despite facing significant challenges due to segregation and racism in the military. This was a mission they accomplished with remarkable courage. They encountered a significant amount of racism and discrimination within the military, including being stationed in poor conditions, but still they marched on. The 6888 Battalion was led by Major Charity Adams. Thank you.
Forward, march, left, right, mark time, march, hold, right, face, hand, salute. Specialist here reporting for duty.
live I was born a slave. Yes, they robbed me before I could know the nature of their wicked ways. I was branded with the mark of bondage and will only escape by rebranding myself as something more than just stolen property. I was born in 1815 or 1816. You see, as a slave, one truly never really knows. On a plantation in Louisa County, Virginia. My enslavement was not harsh compared to what other slaves have endured. I was never beaten or starved. But after my pregnant wife, of whom I was married to for 12 years, the one whom I traveled this journey of life in chains with, along with my 3 children, were sold off to her master. It was a brutal act of robbery. I would have to walk this desolate life without her, drag those heavy chains alone and live in misery. You see, I paid her master money regularly under the condition that he would not sell her off. No. No, no! I felt my soul cry out to my Almighty God, the one who sits high and looks low, the one who grants me the heart of my desires to restore me the possession of those rights of which men have robbed me. And that's when the idea of mailing myself to freedom came to me. I saved up $83 from working as a tobacconist. A partner of mine named James C. Smith, who was a free black man, and a white man who was a shoemaker, they helped me execute my plan. And I also had help with members of the Underground Railroad. So I put myself in this here box, and I carved out 3 holes in order for me to breathe fresh air, and I also made sure I had fresh water. I could have been gravely injured when the box was turned upside down, placing me on my head. And after 26 agonizing hours of being enclosed in a box similar to this size, I arrived without a scratch. I waited patiently on the Lord, and he heard me cry. And I became a free black man!
I was born by the river. in a little tent, or just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard to live in, but I'm afraid to die. But I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown, but people keep telling me don't go, hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother, and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me, yeah, knocking me on my knees. There's been times when I thought I couldn't last, but now I know I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. And I know change gon' come, but I know change gon' come. Oh, change is gonna come. A change gonna come. Oh my, oh change, it is gonna come. A change is gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Oh, change is gonna come.
Thank you all so much for taking the time out to spend your day with this, for us having this program. I mainly wanted to make sure that we instill in our children, because they already have the talent. They have it in them. And it is up to us to help them realize what they are capable of doing. So this is something that was laid on my heart to do, and I just wanted to do that. So the Women's Ministry, we sponsored this program, and so thank you all again for coming. And I'm gonna have our president, Sister Relford, to come and close us out.
We have had a beautiful program this morning. Beautiful program. I want to thank Clara for volunteering to do this program for us this morning. She has such a sweet spirit about her. Wonderful job, one like we've never had before. On behalf of the Women's Ministry, Claire, please accept this bouquet of flowers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Did not our hearts burn? One day, we're going to be giving reports about these people we just saw today. Everything that we need is in the house of hope. We just have to hone our craft and reveal it. So we've gotten started. We're not going to let it stop. We're going further, higher, thriving in 2025, right, First Lady? We are not striving, but we're gonna thrive in 2025. So our pastor is, well, he's not in. He's getting ready for 11 o'clock service. So at this time, I guess you consider yourselves dismissed until 11 o'clock hour. Thank you so much for attending. If you did not get your bag of chips, meet us in the foyer. We have others. Thanks.